Hello everyone, so this is my second video from filming while I am away on my trip to Doha, and wait, it's better, right? It's better, I think. And it is so hot out here. It's like 40 degrees, 41 degrees. It's literally like I've got a full face of makeup and smudging. But anyway, more to the point. I today have decided to do, oh wait, look at these glasses. Ooh. I'm fully accessorized with, I have a brand called Hibba's World, and it's kind of like fun pieces that are like festivally or like good as gifts or bits of stationery, little accessories, like fashiony things. Like things that just are in trend. So like these glasses are really fashion right now. Anyway, more to the point, this is a video on customizing your t-shirts. They're really quick and easy, so if you're on holiday like me and you want to kind of create more of a holiday vibe with the t-shirt that you have, add some spice to it, some sass, a bit of pizzazz. I'm such a dork. But yeah, if you want to add something to your t-shirts, then this is the right place to be, because I'm going to show you 3 quick and easy ways to do that. So I actually, for jokes, painted this t-shirt the other day. I put little roses on the shoulders. It was a very quick painting. It's not like something that I'm going to write a rave about and be like, oh look how amazing this is, I painted it. Because actually it's not up to the standard of what I think I should be, seeing as I run my own hand-painted, handmade fashion business, so I should be like, da bound at this. Why do I keep doing a weird accent? Seriously. It's the heat. It's like the pressure of that sun right on my, whew, on my face. So yeah, so this is one that I'm going to do. I'm going to cut and customize, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. You're going to just have to watch and see what I do to it. And then this is a size L big pink kitty t-shirt. It's from a brand called The Mountain, and I think they realized how much I love their stuff, so they sent me a bunch of things. So I bought a large so I could wear it as a dress, but I am going to sass it up a little bit. And then we've got another t-shirt from The Mountain, and this one's a size M, it's a bit smaller, and it's got a little fox with flowers. Little fox with flowers. So sometimes I go like this. I don't know how effective that is to cover my whole face while I'm talking. Yeah, so that's the third one. So it's three ways to customize a t-shirt. Let's get going now. So the first top is a knot tie crop top, and you have to decide how short you want this top. So I've tried it on, and then I kind of created like a mark so that I knew how short I wanted it, and then I used that measurement to cut either side of the t-shirt along the seams. So then you just take the front of the t-shirt and you flap it up to get it out of the way, and I just used some scissors and a ruler to score a line from either side up to where I cut. And then what you have to actually do, which I didn't do, is you're supposed to cut off that bottom piece of fabric where the hem is, because that shouldn't be there. And I started cutting it before you're supposed to do that. But anyway, so once you've cut that bottom bit off, you have to use your ruler to measure the center line of the front panel of the t-shirt, and then cut that all the way up down the middle straight. You can use a ruler and do it like really neatly, or just do what I did and just kind of roughly do it. I seem to do it quite well though. I'm quite happy with that. As you can see, I'm neatening my mistake that I made earlier. And then all you got to do is on both sides, just fold over the triangle, making sure it's in line with where you cut up on the seams and the center line. Make sure that center line that you cut is cut a little bit higher, not too much higher, a little bit higher than the back. And then that is it. Okay, so for t-shirt number 2, you need some elastic. I think I bought this for like, I don't know, like £1 or £2 from like a supermarket. and just any thin elastic will do. This is a really good width, I think. It's nice that it's not too thin, not too thick. So measure, stretch it around your shoulders and basically hold on to where that rests. Cut that piece off and just double check that it fits snugly on you, not too tight, not too loose. Then sew the two ends of the elastic together. I'm using just a needle and thread because I am abroad and I don't have my sewing machine. I usually use my sewing machine, so if you have a sewing machine, then use that. Once you've finished sewing the elastic, fold it in half and do a little slit to mark that mid half point, and then do the same, fold it into quarters and then mark the quarter points too, because you'll need that later on. Lay your t-shirt out flat, get the ruler and just try and draw a straight line across in the center. You can kind of use the collar as a guide, use your eyes, just see if you can make it as straight and even as possible. My personal opinion, doesn't have to be perfect, but try and get it there. You can keep measuring from the shoulders down to the line to just double check that that measurement is as accurate as you can make it. Once you've made that initial line, then just go ahead and draw that line across to the sleeves, just the top of the sleeves, and yeah, just keep measuring. I've used a purple pencil, but you can use chalk because chalk is much better, but pencils are what I just had at the time. Then cut across. As you can see, I amended one of my measurements. There is a pencil line left, but I am going to be sewing that bit in, so it doesn't matter if you have a few pencil marks at the top edge. So now sew the elastic onto that edge. I suggest you get that join where you join the fabric together and start by sewing that onto one of the shoulders in the center point, and that would be marked as the first point of where you sew. The second point where you sew would be where you folded that elastic in half and you created that slit. So just finish that first bit. Once you've sewn onto each shoulder, then you should do a mark and find your center front of that t-shirt and sew the quarter mark that you did on the elastic onto the center front, and then do the same on the back. Make sure that you measure and you find that center back point, the measurement that is perfectly in the center of the back, and sew that final quarter mark onto that. So you've got 4 points where it's evenly distributed. Now this part will be hard without a sewing machine, so if you have a sewing machine, do it with that. So you basically have to hold the points at which you've already sewn at the quarter points, stretch so that the elastic is evenly distributed along the edge of the fabric, hold a mark in place of the elastic and that edge of the fabric and sew it down, and then stretch again, and then hold that next mark in place and then sew that, and then repeat the process all the way around the top so that the elastic is stretched out and evenly distributed along the whole edge of the top of that slit that you cut. As you can see, I'm stretching with both hands and then I'm shoving that needle in at the middle point and then just going all around. It is quite tricky to do with a sewing machine. You could literally do this in a third of the time. As you can see, I have now put so many little stitches all across that now it's completely evenly distributed. It's got a nice little ruffle to it. Once that's done, fold in the elastic and sew all the way around again so that you have basically got that elastic encased inside the t-shirt so that it's nice and neat and you haven't got that messy raw edge. Okay, so for t-shirt number 3, lay it down and then fold it in half, perfectly down the center front, and then put the 2 shoulder seams together on either side and the collar, and just make sure it's perfectly folded in half. Now it's your choice where you want the cutout hole to be at the front of your t-shirt, so I'm just doing a little measurement to see how far down from the shoulder seam that I want the hole to start. So I just use a pair of scissors to kind of like snip and just score that mark in place. Now holding that front part of the t-shirt, you just have to kind of like lift it and flip that back part of the t-shirt away to give you that space where you can just cut that front hole out. So as you can see, I'm just holding onto the front of the t-shirt. Start by cutting along that neckline. Try and cut under the stitch, not on top of the stitch, so that you've still got that strength from that stitch around the neckline, and just cut as far as where you want, basically where you marked. There's no set rule, just cut a smaller hole if you want a smaller hole at the front, bigger one if you want a bigger one. I then decided how far down I wanted the hole to go, and using that center front line, I just cut all the way down. Then I used a pencil just as a very basic mark to kind of help me know where to cut. Then what you do is you cut out that first side, just follow that line that you drew. Then what you do for the second part is you just fold it over and you cut the second part based on the shape that you cut the first part in, so that it's perfectly equal on both sides. So you can leave it like that, but you can do what I'm about to do, and that is cut some shoulder holes. So using your ruler, measure how far down you want these shoulder holes to be from the neckline. Cut straight down. I'm only going to make the holes on the front of the t-shirt and not the back. I just feel like it has a nice enough effect without cutting both sides. So then once you've measured how far down you want it, all you're going to do is cut that triangle out and then use the measurements that you used on the first hole onto the second one, and it's as simple as that. That's the end of my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you try these out. Just leave me a comment in the comment box and let me know what you thought, and if you tried it out, and show me what you did. And yeah, so that's it really. The sun is setting here. No lie, the house next door has peacocks and camels in their back garden, so usually you can hear the peacocks. You can't hear them right now. They've decided to go quiet for once. But yeah, so see you at my next video, and please subscribe so that you can see my videos. And that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. So take care. Until next time, friends. Can you hear that? There are peacocks. They went quiet again. They always go quiet when I film. I feel like David Attenborough. Can you hear that? It's like beep.